I'm fully optimizing this cheap gaming PC with only viral TikTok FPS boost to double the FPS.
Okay, so this right here is the gaming PC that I'm gonna be fully optimizing. And this gaming PC is actually a cheap budget pre-built gaming PC that I did get off AliExpress about a few days ago. I picked this thing up for only $300, and originally it didn't even have a graphics card inside of it. So it was running fully through its Radeon graphics, but I went ahead and also bought a $90 graphics card and installed it into this gaming PC. So it's definitely a lot better than what it came with. But regardless, we're gonna go ahead and try to fully optimize this thing to double its FPS. Specs inside this PC right now is an RX 6500 XT for its graphics card, which is definitely on the cheaper side for a graphics card. And then we have it paired with a Ryzen 5 5600G. Originally, the CPU is meant to be used with integrated graphics, but yeah, we still have a decent CPU inside of this gaming PC. So yeah, let me go ahead and first show you guys the FPS we can get with this $400 budget gaming PC. Okay, so before optimizing this gaming PC at all, this $400 gaming PC could actually get a max FPS of about 170 to 180 FPS. And obviously the biggest problem with a really cheap gaming PC like this one right here is that the frames are definitely not that consistent. As you guys can see, as I'm moving around, this thing drops down to about 140, even 130 FPS or so. So yeah, one of the biggest problems with this gaming PC is the amount of frame drops and frame stutters we were getting. As you guys can see, as I'm building right now, this thing's actually dropping down to about 120, sometimes even 110 FPS. And then another thing is this PC overheats really easily. Since this is such a cheap gaming PC, the fans on this PC are definitely really loud, but sometimes this PC is definitely really unresponsive. But yeah, this PC sometimes is definitely really unresponsive and really slow. But regardless, this PC still runs above a 120 FPS mark, and in game it's honestly pretty consistent at 120 FPS. So this PC is definitely not like horrible, but it definitely could be a lot better. And since this gaming PC is completely fresh, we're gonna go ahead and start from the beginning, from optimizing this thing. And we're literally gonna be optimizing this thing with a ton of sources like TikTok, YouTube, all those stuff, and following every optimization guide to fully optimize this thing. It might honestly take a while, but performance from this PC will literally double. So basically beforehand, we're getting about 140 to 150. Hopefully we can get about like 280 to 300 FPS after.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and check out a bunch of TikTok viral optimizations, and we're gonna be applying it to this brand new gaming PC. It's literally been never optimized at all. All I have is just all the games for it. So let's go ahead and optimize this budget PC now with the first TikTok optimization.
Did you know your PC might be losing FPS and you don't even know why? Windows has a feature called Game Bar. Swing to I to open settings. Go to gaming mode and turn game bar off.
Okay, so the only thing we need to do based off the TikTok is just turning off game bar. So go ahead and press on Windows and I to open up your settings. Once you're in the game bar, all we gotta do is just turn this off. I usually do this with PCs that aren't optimized since game bar is automatically on. Game bar basically just records clips, all that stuff in the background that you don't want, and it basically just decreases the performance. So go ahead and turn that off.
This PC tweak pushes your FPS to the max. And by doing this, I pushed my FPS from 200 in-game all the way up to 209. Run this as an administrator. Then once it's open, you're going to paste this that I'm going to leave in the comment section into the box. Click enter and it will say the operation completed successfully. And then from here, all you need to do is close out of the PowerShell, restart your PC.
Okay, so based on the next TikTok, we gotta basically just type in a command into PowerShell. Usually I would advise you guys not to just put in random stuff into your PowerShell. Just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and try that and see how it will go. And it looks like based on just the PowerShell command, it's just something with Microsoft and like its game DVR. So let's go ahead and run PowerShell as administrator. And now all we gotta do is just paste in the command line from the TikTok. Hopefully my PC doesn't blow up or anything, but yeah, after running that command line, it says to just restart your PC. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well. Okay, I had to rewatch the video and I apparently typed in the wrong command line. It's this one over here with the reg add. So let's go ahead and execute that now. And there you go. We have the operation completed successfully. And yeah, let's go ahead and restart the PC now. Okay, so the next TikTok tells us to actually open up Task Manager and basically just set the Fortnite launcher into its highest priority for the CPU. So let's go ahead and go into Control Shift Escape, which basically just opens up our Task Manager. And all you gotta do now is go into details at the top, scroll down until you guys find Fortnite launcher.exe. Also do make sure to have Fortnite loaded up in the background, as you guys can see. And all you guys gotta do is left click and set the priority to high, basically just setting Fortnite to its highest priority so we get the most performance from Fortnite and nothing else. Let's go ahead and change the priority now. And yeah, that's literally all there is to do. Let's go ahead and move on to the next TikTok optimization now.
This PC tweak cuts your delay in half. It's super simple to do, it doesn't require any downloads, and I'll show you how to do it right now. So to do this tweak, you want to head over to your desktop, click the search icon and search for the device manager. Open up the device manager. Then in here, you want to scroll down until you find system devices and click the drop down. It'll bring up a load of things here. You want to find high precision event timer. Right click on this and click disable driver. This box will pop up. You want to click yes.
Okay, so the next thing is actually in your device manager, and under system devices, you guys should be able to find high precision event timer. Basically, all he did was go ahead and just disable this, which I believe just frees up your CPU usage. So let's go ahead and actually disable this now. And this should honestly help with FPS stutters, which is something that this PC definitely suffers with. And yeah, just like that, this wouldn't really give us an FPS boost. Like I said, it only just stabilizes your FPS.
Disabling these 3 Windows services will give you a huge increase in FPS. And all you have to do to disable these services is head on over to your desktop, click the search icon, search for services, open up the services tab, and inside here scroll all the way down to the bottom until you find the letter X, and disable all of these Xbox services here. Close out of the services, restart your PC, load your game back up, and you'll have a huge increase in FPS.
Okay, so the next TikTok optimization is from the same exact guy from previous one, and it's basically just going into our services and disabling all these Xbox services over here. With a PC that isn't optimized at all, everything with Xbox is usually enabled. So yeah, with all 4 of these Xbox services, let's go ahead and click on stop for the service status. I am also going to go into our settings later and check out if there's any other Xbox things to disable, which I'm pretty sure there's a few other ones just because this PC isn't optimized, and it should just automatically be enabled for a brand new PC. So
this one setting is literally destroying your FPS. So press Windows R together from your keyboard and type here gpedit.msc and hit enter. Now go for computer configuration, administrative template, system. Now scroll down and find out power management folder. Now go for power throttling settings and double tap on the turn off power throttling.
okay, so the next optimization is basically just turning off the power throttling, which is limiting our performance from the CPU. So let's go ahead and press Windows and R, type in gpedit.msc, press OK. Now click on computer configuration, press on administrative templates, press on system, and now scroll down until you guys find power management down over here. Click on that, and now you want to click on power throttling settings, and it should just be right here, turn off power throttling. Click on that and just make sure to have this thing enabled just like that. Press apply, okay, and there we go. We should be getting more performance coming from our CPU since power throttling is off now.
Things everyone should know. If you struggle with FPS in games at all, here's how you can fix it. Go to Control Panel, go to Hardware and Sound, then Power Options. Switch from Balance to Performance mode. This uses more power, but your PC won't explode. This should speed up your PC's drives a lot and all the games on the drive.
All you gotta do is just create a new power plan, which is the high performance power plan. This one obviously just favors performance, but uses more energy. So if you guys are on a laptop or anything, your battery will be drained super quickly by using high performance. But like it states in the name, you're gonna get more performance from using this power plan option. And yeah, that's all you gotta do. We're gonna go ahead and just use the high performance power plan now, and make sure obviously both these are on never.
How do I make my first PC faster? For advanced system settings. Then click it. Go to advanced, and in the performance tab, click settings. You will probably be on adjust for best appearance, so select adjust for best performance instead.
Okay, so the next TikTok tells us to go into our system properties. Just under advanced in performance, we should be able to adjust the visual effects, the processor scheduling, memory usage, and virtual memory. And yeah, once you're in the performance option, basically in the TikTok, he just selects for adjust for best performance. If you guys literally want the best performance, you're gonna have to use this, but if you're gonna also plan to use your PC for things other than gaming, this is like really hard to look at. The text and all those stuff look really, really weird. So if you're like me, you're gonna go ahead and just click on smooth edges on fonts and show thumbnails instead of icons, and that's literally it, but it still gives you the best performance options.
You look lonely.
Okay, so on the TikTok, it did show a bunch of applications that basically help with your PC, from ping applications to FPS boost applications, and one of them is Razer Cortex, which is kind of a go-to application I also use. Razer Cortex is definitely good since you guys basically can optimize a specific game. In this case, we're gonna go ahead and just optimize Fortnite. You guys will see all the games you basically have on your PC to optimize, and we're gonna go ahead and click on Fortnite with optimize now. And usually you should be able to just drag this bar from either quality to performance. I do have to first start back up Fortnite, but yeah, just showing you guys. I'm just gonna slide the entire bar down to performance, which so far you guys can see we should be able to get either plus minus 10 FPS. And it basically just changes a bunch of things in your Fortnite game, from like all your graphics qualities, all that stuff. Basically just reducing unnecessary special effects inside the game, changing your resolution, all those things. And another cool thing is you guys can go on the top to booster, and yeah, it will show you how many things to optimize inside your PC. So far for me, there's 21 items to be optimized, and it actually shows all the things that need to optimize. So let's go ahead and click boost now. Really easy process to actually boost the services inside your PC, also releasing memory. So yeah, Razer Cortex is definitely really good for this PC, and you guys can see it released this much memory just like that. So, and then next to that, we also have system clean, which you guys want to go ahead and first scan your PC. It'll show all your junk files, all those things, and you guys can basically just delete it from there. You guys can see we can go ahead and clean 2.41 gigabytes of disk space. And then next to that, we have a speed up option. So yeah, you guys can see there are a ton of things to do inside of Razer Cortex. Let's go ahead and optimize 61 items. Click on optimize. It actually tells you everything that's been optimized, which is definitely really cool. And yeah, really easy way to actually just boost your FPS and clean up your PC. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and fix up a few details inside this PC, like Windows settings, game user settings, a few things that wasn't any TikTok optimizations, and afterwards we're gonna go ahead and just restart the PC.
Okay, so now that this gaming PC is fully optimized, if you guys take a look at the max FPS we could actually get now, you guys can see we actually got a pretty decent amount of FPS increase. We're getting about 280 to 300 FPS. Now, obviously, there are still a decent amount of frame drops. You guys can see we're dropping down to about 200, sometimes 190 FPS or so. But for the most part, if you guys are literally doing nothing at all, the max FPS definitely increased. You guys can see we're even pushing close to 400 FPS. So yeah, this is definitely a huge success in optimizing a gaming PC. There's definitely major improvements for our performance. Like, the game overall just feels a lot smoother and more responsive, and we're getting a much higher consistent FPS of about 190 to 230 FPS. And now if you guys take a look at the max FPS this gaming PC could actually get once it's fully optimized, this is also on like some new Squid Game reload map. I'm not too sure, but so far in the spawn island, you guys can see there's just like a bunch of textures, a bunch of stuff going on. But regardless, we're still getting about 160 to 180 FPS. Like I said, it is a new map, so it's probably so much less performance compared to the regular reload map. So yeah, in an actual game, the FPS definitely increased a decent amount as well. It didn't increase as much as we did in creative, that's for sure. But yeah, as I landed in, we're already pushing about 200 FPS, which is just absolutely crazy, considering this thing was only running about 120 FPS before it was optimized at all. So, and not only did the max FPS increase, but the FPS is definitely more consistent as well now, barely getting any frame drops at all. This thing is super consistent at about 180 to 200 FPS. You guys can see in an actual game, we're still pushing about 200 FPS sometimes. FPS definitely didn't increase as much as it did in creative, but in an actual game, we're still running really consistently. Is this guy real? No, he's fake. I still missed though. 200. Yeah, overall, the PC just feels a lot more consistent. The fans aren't like really loud too much now. You guys can probably hear it. It's not like as loud as before. Oh, no way. Okay. Overall, the game just feels so much more responsive, even though the FPS didn't increase too much. What the? Okay. Hold that. 45. Crack. 200. Let's go. What the heck is going on? Hold up. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa, what the? Okay. Nope, you're not taking that. 200. Perfect. And I'll take that spaz. The frame definitely got like so much more consistent as well. 400. Yeah, in an actual game, we definitely didn't increase as much as in creative, but this thing is still so much more playable now, so. Okay, these guys are actually just spawning in, and I'm just 200ing them. First try. 200. 200. Right here. 25. I take this first try. $200. Ooh, okay. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap, I'm about to lose. Let's go, bro. GG's. This game definitely became a lot more playable after you optimize this gaming PC for sure. It's just so much more consistent now, which is definitely really, really good. Let's go, bro. GG's.